Hey guys, okay, gonna be making a quick video here today of just tapping some trees up in the sugar bush. So I've got a main line here, this particular one 3/4 inch, and then we've got all 3/16 tubing coming into sort of a manifold here. These are all max seal fittings by CDL, in case you're wondering. That's how we're getting the 3/16 into the 3/4. And then a couple days, weeks ago, whatever, I ran 3/16 lines all up between the trees. Haven't tapped them yet, but ran the lines up. Each line has about 20 to 27 trees on it, just depending on the route, but I've seen to be an optimal number, has worked years in the past. This will be on vacuum. I got videos from years before of how the vacuum system works. I might make another one, updated one. It's the same system though. I use a diaphragm pump on this line. So anyway, today we're just going to be putting in taps. I'll show you those, show you a little bit of the process. Again, there's videos of years previous. If you want to check it out, subscribe, that'd be cool. But this will be an updated one. So I'll show you my setup here and then we'll get going. Okay, so here's the setup. So I always bring my sleigh up in here. It's got way more stuff than I need for today, but it's better than going back and getting things you forget. So I always got tools. Big bag of tools there, everything like channel locks, tape, pliers, all that. Got my drill, just use a Milwaukee rechargeable drill. That's not the bit we're gonna use. That's the bit for the max seal spout, by the way, so that's what I use for that. I got a cutter. This is a really good Milwaukee cutter for cutting tubing if you have to. Highly recommend that one. And then I just got this is just my nail bag from when we do construction. It does a nice job of just holding like spouts and fittings and stuff like that. I don't carry a lot when I'm doing what I'm doing today, but I still wear it. It carries the tapping hammer and all that. And then I got all my drop lines here. So I do 3/16 drop lines. I was thinking about trying 5/16 drop lines too, so I might make a video on that this year. So, but anyway, these are 3/16. So I got the 3/16 T there, 3/16 max seal, I believe they're called. Anyway, 3/16 tap, 30 inch. I always make them 30 inches long. That seems to be good. 24 to 36 inches is pretty well the standard. I'm gonna be wearing snowshoes today because there is a crust, but I've been breaking through the crust, so it's just nicer with snowshoes. Yeah, I just got a pocket full of fittings and stuff here. And the only fittings I'll probably actually be carrying other than the tubing is these here. These are Health Tee, end of line Health Tee. I'll show you what's going on with those. I got another video on it, but I'll show you today. And yeah, I think I got my drill bit. Oh, this is helpful too. This helps pull the line together so you don't lose. I'll show you what that does in a sec. You don't always need to use it, but it's helpful when you're by yourself. Yeah, and I got my drill bits here. So these are specially made drill bits. You can tell the spiral's a little different than a normal drill bit. But for the 3/16 spout, it's 1964s. So that's what we're gonna be using for that. So I'm just gonna get suited up here and then, yeah, hopefully do a little bit of video of tapping some trees. And then, yeah, okay, so this particular, well, yeah, so this main line, this one has, or will probably have 150 taps on it. And there's approximately, there's 125 trees that these lines touch. And the reason I say 150 taps is because some of the trees are pretty massive. Like this one here is massive. It'll take 2 taps, and there's quite a few of them that can take 2 taps. There's a couple up there that actually take 3. 3 would be the max you'd want to do on a tree. I think there's a calculation for how many you can do per tree, but it's usually 1 and then 2 and then max 3. So this particular main line will be handling 150 taps on vacuum. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so here's a good one I can show you. Sometimes I drill the hole first, sometimes I put the tap on first, but anyway, we're at the tree here, so we'll drill a hole. And then got our tapping tool here. And so this, I'll just show you this quick. Sometimes the tapping tool lets go of the line. So you can use this if you want, just to hold it. So you can put that on there. and then this goes on here, so that if it were to let go, it can't go like totally away from you, which it has happened before. But as long as you got the tool set properly, it doesn't happen very often. So this is just an extra step I don't think you always need to do. So anyway, we're gonna got a cutter on here. I'm gonna put the tool on. And by the way, it's about -9 degrees Celsius today, so I drilled the hole and obviously you can see it's not running. It might run today, but it's only going to like 1 and it's later in the day, so I don't think it will. Anyway, we cut it and then you see it opens up because this line's under a bit of tension. And then I'll just grab a tap here. This is a good setup in case you guys are wondering. I just have this piece of cord, and then I just found that the knot right here is nice because you can just loosen it, pull it out, and then drop it down, it stays on you. So then I try to get usually in this position here so I can do it against my body. You can line it up, pull it together, open it up there, and that's it. And then you don't have to have a tapping hammer. This one's kind of nice. So tap it in. And then it doesn't matter which way it goes. The tree's forcing it out and this is under vacuum. So just tap it until you can sort of hear like a change in the sound. Like right there, you can hear it doesn't want to go in anymore, and then it starts to get like a little harder, but it's super light. And then you got a nice seal there and you move on to the next tree. This big guy here is definitely going to get 2. Well, in case anyone's wondering, this is obviously a T, And then at the end of the season, after you've cleaned your lines, this spout goes into there and creates a closed loop. All right, this might be the last one I film because the filming really slows me down. You got to carry the camera, and then I got to be in a position that you guys can see it, and that's not the optimal position for working. So hopefully you guys get the idea. I'm gonna try to make some more videos this year of this whole process, the whole maple making process. And yeah, so if you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Before the end of this video though, I'll take you up and show you the end of line tee and any other things I can think of. So here's the end of line, end of one lateral line. Got the tap there, and then I've got a hook fitting. It's literally just to hook it around the tree. And then this is a tee, but it's open here, it's open here, but it's capped there just internally. So all that does is allow the sap to run out of the tree into your line, continue downhill, and then nothing, no junk or anything can get back this way because, and I've seen it because I used to just use a normal tee here. You get like a bacteria buildup in here, and you know, it's not the end of the world, but the cleaner you can keep the tubing, the better. So that's what that particular fitting is for.